If you're a leader who enjoys thinking about direction, strategies, and goals, you may be a Pathfinder leader. In this series, we look at leadership superpowers because everybody has a superpower, and understanding your superpower can help you become a more effective leader. And so today, we are looking at the Pathfinder leader. The Pathfinder leader is really the classic purely strategic leader. They eat, breathe, and live strategy. If everybody looks at them, they say, oh yeah, that's a Pathfinder leader. They're always strategic. So Pathfinder leaders have a couple characteristics. They are strategic, and usually they're very effective at stewarding the resources because they see all the different resources across the organization or across their team, and they want to be able to maximize those and make the best of them. They're also usually pretty good at navigating complex environments because I found that many Pathfinders are almost like air traffic controllers. They see all the different things going on, all the factors, all those planes flying around, and they're able to figure out which ones to prioritize and how it all works together in a cohesive way. They also are good at keeping their pulse on the environment, whether it is internally or externally. What kind of events are happening? What types of things are available? What kind of opportunities are opening up that we should take advantage of? And because they are good at that, they are actually good at making sure that they're differentiating themselves from other organizations that are doing something similar. Because they realize that if we focus in this one particular area, it will make us stand out from the rest. Pathfinders are also good at aligning teams around strategy because typically they are very clear at communicating what the priorities should be, what that strategy is. So they're able to really maximize all the resources in a way that focuses on what will generate the greatest results. Pathfinders enjoy doing a couple things. So they really enjoy strategic brainstorming, thinking about future scenarios, and these are shifts coming, and maybe this is what we could do, or these are things we have to think about. They are also good at analysis in terms of the different factors, the market, the environment, the data that is coming in, and thinking, how do we use all of this in a way that is strategic and can actually improve what we're doing and where we're going? And resource planning is another area. So that's the idea of looking at all the resources that are available and say, okay, how do we take all of this and make it fit together like a puzzle in a way that we could really make the most of what we have? They're also good at scenario planning. So that's the idea of, depending on what happens, we're going to take this road. And they have different roads going on at the same time because it depends on what kind of circumstances unfold, and therefore we know the best path that we should take. So Pathfinders have a really important role because they create the road to get to the future. And the team members are able to see what they need to be doing and how to get there. And in addition, Pathfinders really maximize the resources of what is available, the opportunities, and even some of the challenges. How do we take advantage of that in a way that can help shift us towards a better future? Now, every superpower also has gaps. And so the Pathfinder has a few gaps that could potentially happen. One of these is that because Pathfinders tend to really love the strategy part and making sure that that is all tweaked and optimized and making sure that that is going well, that sometimes they can forget some of the details that can impact the team. So for example, there might be some lack of development of the systems in order to make that strategy happen, because it takes time to develop that kind of stuff. And so it would, the different systems and the different people and the processes, because it takes time to develop, they may develop at different rates. And so you might get some inconsistencies, some parts lagging behind others, which can cause friction and maybe even disappointment. Or there might be such an emphasis on, these are our top priorities, we need to do this now, but there are actually day-to-day important things that need to happen that may seem more mundane. And because of an overemphasis on priorities, those things can get forgotten as well. And so those are some of the potential gaps that might happen. Now, if you're a Pathfinder, the kind of leader that I recommend that you partner with is a greenhouse cultivator. A greenhouse cultivator is somebody who is a team leader. It's the idea that your team are all the plants in the greenhouse, and you want to create this flourishing environment where they can grow and they can do their best work. A greenhouse cultivator is excellent at that. They care for people, they develop people, they train people, they create great culture so that people can flourish. The pathfinder sometimes, because if you are a very strategic person, you can be more task oriented. You may not actually enjoy all that team building stuff. So partnering with a greenhouse cultivator is a great partnership. It can help your team both do great work because there's a strategy to align to, and do great work because they feel like they are motivated and they're valued and they can do their best. So if you'd like to find out what your leadership superpower is, head on over to terraformleader.com. You can take the free Discover Your Leadership Superpower quiz, and you'll get instant results. You can see, are you a pathfinder? Are you a greenhouse cultivator? Or are you something else?